good to go.
Dawn, I got Dawn on the phone. She couldn't make it because of plane problems. So.
Hi, Dawn.
Hi, Dawn.
Hi, Dawn.
Oh, wait. She's saying hello. I just don't have her on speakerphone. Wait, I need to truly represent Mal for my little talk about Doug. Doug. We got the name Mal because of Doug. I take that back. Art would strike me with lightning right now. Okay. I don't know how I'm going to follow that, Bob. It wasn't until 10 o'clock Thursday morning that I made the decision to come out here to pay my respects to Kathy, Nicole, Andre, and my friend Art. Things just started falling into place, and it was clearly a sign from the universe that I was meant to be here. I'm sure Art had something to do with it because he knew I'd finally be coming with his damn sesame seed bagel that he had to have every time he came to Long Island. I can't even tell you how long I've known Art, but it seems like forever. When I first came online over 14 years ago, life wasn't so perfect, and the internet became my escape from reality. What started out as faceless people behind a computer monitor soon turned into lifelong friendships. I've stayed by them, and they've stayed by me. We've been to parties at each other's houses, celebrated the birth of children and grandchildren, cried over the death of a loved one. I've been to engagement parties and funerals. This part of the friendship really sucks. And please excuse my mouth. There were 6 of us that emailed, texted, and or called each other sometimes over 40 times in one day. Me, Dawn, Bob, Carolyn, Sully, Julian, actually, and Art. I brought their faces, so we're all here representing today. When Doug, the founder of Shadoobie, would get pissed at any of us, he referred to us as your merry little gang. Well, after so many deletions and banishments, we started calling him Doug Say Tongue, and Dawn, our Photoshop queen, superimposed Doug's face on Mouse Say Tongue's body. And the name just kind of stuck with us. And it was because of sometimes double standards and what we felt was a dictatorship. And like I said, before you know it, we started calling ourselves the Merry Gang of Mao. Part of the gang is here today to say our final goodbyes to our friend and our ringleader, Art. And I know Carolyn, Julian, and Dawn would be here if they could, so we did the next best thing, we brought their heads. As I mentioned, Art was the silent ringleader of Mao. All he would have to do was send out an email to the 5 of us and say, did you see so-and-so's post on the board? And before you knew it, the double dog dares and the triple dog dares would start flying, posts would be going up, emails, texts, and phone calls would start flying, and we'd be sitting behind our computers laughing our butts off. There are countless funny stories I could share with all of you about Art, but I decided to share the birth of Art and Spider-Man. I'll leave the picture up front so if anybody wants to come see it afterwards. It was January 2006 and the Stones were playing at Madison Square Garden. The weather was unseasonably warm that day and we did a lot of walking around and sightseeing before the show. Our travels brought us to Times Square, and I told Art that I wanted to take a picture of him with Bubblegum's Shrimp Company in the background. Unbeknownst to him, there was someone wearing a Spider-Man costume and arguing with a New York City cop in the background. I kept telling Art to move over just a little bit more, and I snapped a picture that would soon become synonymous with Art. As you can see, it looks like Spider-Man is really pissed at Art, and the cop is standing between them. By the time Dawn and I got back to my house later that night and started uploading the pictures onto the computer, we literally had tears pouring down our face because we were just laughing so hard. This picture took off like wildfire. Leave it to Art to piss off a superhero. He was never able to live this down afterwards, but you know what? I would bet my last dollar that he loved it just as much as we did. He even went so far as to create the Spidey dances, or that could have been the work of Dawn, our Photoshop queen, for the times that I would get banned, deleted, or when we even thought a banning or a deletion was coming. God, how I loved those dances. I would sit there for literally minutes on end just watching them doing their little thing. And they're just Spider-Man dances. They're the best. They're now part of my permanent tagline for when I'm on the boards. There are many things that I've admired about Art. His ability to get into discussions, sometimes very heated, with anybody on just about any topic. And unlike some of his unlucky recipients, he would always have the facts to back up whatever he was discussing. his love for Dave Barry and finding the perfect article to go along with whatever was going on around us, his ability to not only give a good ribbing, but to also take it with a smile on his face. I have a folder full of Photoshop pictures that Dawn created with his face superimposed on somebody else's body as proof of that. Blimperace, Chris Crocker, you name it, Dawn could create it. And oh, how he loved to make people laugh. But most of all was his love and pride for Kathy, Nicole, and Andre, who he would always speak of or tell us about their latest accomplishments. And to his friends, I know I don't have to tell you how much we all meant to him. You knew without a doubt his love and loyalty to each and every one of us and how much we all meant to him. On that note, I'd like to say goodbye to my friend. Till the next time we say goodbye, I'll be thinking of you, and may the good Lord shine a light on you all down the line. Thank you.